again. But today, it's all about ducks. In moments, about 5,000 ducks will hit the watercourse, and if you have a duck in the race, you could win that first prize of $1,500. Second prize, that's worth $1,000. And third prize, that's worth $500. And you still have a chance to join the fun. Log on now to adopt your ducks at ncducksplash.com. Who knows? Your duck may just splash its way to victory. And it's all for a good cause as the Wakefield Rotary Club raises money to support youth charities right here in our community. The Boys and Girls Club of Wake Forest, Note in the Pocket, the Kerr YMCA, and NC Football Club Youth Scholarships. And we'd like to thank our generous sponsors for their contributions. So thanks for joining us for the 2020 Super Duper Duck Splash. And adopt your ducks now at ncducksplash.com. And welcome to our live coverage of the 2020 Super Duper Duck Splash, presented by the Wakefield Rotary Club of Wake Forest. I'm Brian Williams, and I'll be your host, and I'm a proud member of the Wakefield Rotary Club. I'll be your host for the next 90 minutes or so as we bring you the Super Duper Duck Splash. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Rotary organization's motto is service above self. Our club is a group of business professionals, friends, neighbors, and community leaders who've joined together to create positive change in Wake Forest, the Triangle area, and around the world. Learn more about our club and how to become a member, a Rotarian, at wakefieldrotarync.com. Our new president is Mark Kelly, who just happens to be at the controls here. A lot of pressure on you, Mark. He designed this live stream, and I want to recognize his countless hours and real hard work in putting this production together. Well done, Mark.
Thank you, Brian.
And thanks to all the Rotary Club members who put hours into making this fundraiser possible. It is truly a team effort to pull something like this off. Now, because of COVID-19 mandates, we're not allowed to have a live audience for the race. It's just our Rotary members here and a few volunteers necessary to pull this thing off. But we'll show you the race in its entirety. Just stay tuned. And while you're watching, engage with us. Just let us know what you think. Maybe give us a thumbs up or send us some comments. We'd love to hear from you. We'll actually have two races for you today. At noon, we'll have a corporate duck race. A lot of fun with all our corporate sponsors decorating and presenting their ducks. That'll be at 12 o'clock. And then at 12:30, what you've all been waiting for, the Super Duper Duck Splash 2020. In all, about 5,000 ducks have been tagged with a number. Let me show you one of these. And these are what the ducks look like. They've been tagged with a number on the bottom of them. And each person that has adopted a duck has been randomly assigned to a number in our database if you adopt the ducks. Now, if you adopt more than one duck, you've got a greater chance of winning the first prize of $1,500, the second prize of $1,000, and third prize of $500. Now, why do I mention that? Because you still have a chance to get in the race. You still have a chance to join the fun of the 2020 Super Duper Duck Splash, and you do so by logging on to ncducksplash.com and get your ducks at the last minute. Last count, we were about 3,500 ducks. We want to get up to 5,000 in the next hour. Okay, now you still have time to adopt the ducks, as I said, but what you do is while on Facebook Live, just click onto the Shop Now button at the top of the page or go onto our website, ncducksplash.com, adopt your ducks, and then come right back to the live stream because you're not going to want to miss this. All right, that's ncducksplash.com, and the more you adopt, the more you have a chance to win one of those great prizes. The best news of all is that we're raising money today for some very important youth charities. The Boys and Girls Club of Wake Forest, the Note in the Pocket organization, the Kerr YMCA, and the NC Football Club Youth Scholarships. We'll hear from each of our Duck Buddy charities over the next hour. Finally, we want to send out a big thank you to our corporate sponsors who have stepped up and they've written checks to make this whole event possible and contribute to these great charities. They are First Heritage Mortgage, Doc's Garage of Wake Forest, the American Legion, Carolina Pediatric Dentistry, CAA Engineers, Dreyer Martin Certified Public Accountants, Kaleidoscope Realty Group, Monroe Wallace Morden PA, University Financial Services, Brian Williams Television, Coastal Credit Union, Communicopia Marketing Services, Farm Bureau Insurance, Fidelity Bank, Franklin Street Towns, OHUB, Mitchell & Nemitz Certified Public Accountants, J. Kephart Real Estate, Soul Dimensions, Trimax Car Care Center, Wild Birds Unlimited, and the Reliant Rubber Company, LLC. Now, one of those generous corporate sponsors that I just mentioned is Carolina Pediatric Dentistry. Let's take a look at some of the great work that they do.
Hi, I'm Dr. Morris, one of the doctors at Carolina Pediatric Dentistry. I, along with Drs. Johnson, Bird, Baker, and Allen, provide comprehensive dental services for all children of all ages, as well as young adults with special health care needs. We do it in a fun, energetic, and child-friendly environment with a special emphasis on prevention. We've sponsored the Super Duper Duck Splash because of their vision and our shared goal of providing care for all children and support for children, particularly those who need us most. In all, $3,000 is up for grabs, but you have to have a duck in the race. The race takes place July 18th when as many as 5,000 ducks hit the water course. And it's all for a good cause, youth charities right here in the area. You don't have to be present to win. This year the race will be streamed live. For more information and to adopt your ducks, log on to ncducksplash.com. So join us at Carolina Pediatric Dentistry and adopt your ducks for the Super Duper Duck Splash.
Thank you, Clark, and the folks at Carolina Pediatric Dentistry. Well, we talked about our very important charities, and we have with us one of our Duck Buddies, our Duck Buddy charities, the Wake Forest Boys and Girls Club. Ashley Hohenberger, Club Director, thank you for joining us.
No problem, glad to be here.
Tell us a little bit about the programs, the new programs that you have at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, so we offer anywhere from academic success to STEM to intramural sports. We have a wide range of activities for the kids. With everything that's going on, you know, a lot of our programming right now is a little bit smaller, 1 to 10, 1 to 15, just so we can kind of mentor those kids a little bit more during these tough times right now.
Yeah. How has that affected the COVID-19 pandemic? Obviously, the role that you play is even bigger right now, I would think. How has it changed the logistics of how you're handling things?
Yeah, so we've had to change some things, more staff in the building, especially with the amount of kids, making sure we're reaching those ratios throughout the building and the groups that are going on. Cleaning supplies are a huge necessity right now. Believe it or not, you go through a lot of them day in and day out just to make sure that, high touch surface areas are getting clean, the bathrooms are being wiped down, all the equipment that we use and everything. So those changes have been in place, and those are huge to what's going on right now.
Backing up a bit, how long have you been with the Boys and Girls Club?
I just entered summer 11, so I've been around for a while. I started off as a part-time staff, and then I went to full-time as a youth development professional, and this is approaching year 2 as a club director.
So in your 11 years, you must have seen a lot of changes with this local organization.
Oh yeah, so much growth.
How so?
Just in the, kids coming in and out of the building. I had my first set of high school kids graduate last year and they entered their first year of college. So they just, finished their first year of college. So that's a huge milestone for those kids. I remember when they were 7, 8 years old running around, and now they're, 18, 19, entering the real world. And then just in general with, how the club adapts and how we grow and how we try to accommodate kids day to day and, do what's best for them and give them, the next step to being great.
That's wonderful. Now, in all of these organizations like yours, the funding is critical. And
Correct.
obviously, we're not the only one, Wakefield Rotary Club, contributing. The Super Duper Duck Splash, we're hoping to raise money for you today. We will, obviously. How are these funds important to you? Not just events like this, but the funds you get from charitable events like this.
Yeah, this is awesome. We appreciate everything that you guys do for our organization. They really go to the programming, having supplies for our art room, having school supplies for kids getting ready to go back to school, if we get to enter school. Equipment for the gym, for those activities that we have to offer and all of that. Right now our biggest needs are cleaning supplies. You have to have those on standby all the time. You can't run out of them. That's not an option anymore. Staff, making sure I have staff in the building is another need, as right now too, with all the supplies and stuff like that.
Well, we want to thank you for what you do.
Oh, I appreciate you guys and what you do for the kids.
Okay. Ashley Hohenberger, who's club director at the Boys and Girls Club of Wake Forest. Thank you for joining us, Ashley.
No problem,
appreciate
sir. Thank
that.
you.
As hang on just a second. As another one of our corporate sponsors is Doc's Garage of Wake Forest. Let's take a look at some of the work that Doc's Garage does.
Hi, I'm George Ox, a member of the Wakefield Rotary Club. When my vehicles need repair or service, it's a no-brainer. I head to Doc's Garage on Brook Street in downtown Wake Forest. Doc's is a Quacker-backer sponsor of the Super Duper Duck Splash. Let's go inside and meet the owner, Scott Wood.
Thanks, George. Doc's Garage has been your locally owned, full-service garage for over 30 years serving Wake Forest. Whether it's a brake job, tune-up, tires and alignments, suspension and steering, or you simply need an oil change or inspection, we'll get it done right. And we're a member of the Napa Auto Care Center, so we offer the Peace of Mind warranty. That's a 2-year, 24,000-mile nationwide warranty on our work. Doc's Garage is proud to be a sponsor of the Super Duper Duck Splash. If you want to join us, log on to www.ncducksplash.com. At Doc's Garage, we love to get our hands dirty so you don't have to.
And we had a lot of fun putting that video together at Doc's Garage. Nice people over there. And thank you, Doc's Garage, and all our corporate sponsors for your contributions to the 2020 Super Duper Duck Splash. Before we get to our next guest, just want to remind you, the Super Duper Duck Splash takes place in about 45 minutes at 12:30. You still have time to adopt your ducks.
Most get technical difficulties.
You still have time to adopt your ducks, and you do so by going on to ncducksplash.com. That's ncducksplash.com. Buy your ducks, adopt your ducks, because if you want to have a chance to win that $1,500 first prize, or the $1,000 second prize, or the $500 third prize, you have to have a duck in the race. More than one duck, so go out and adopt your ducks. And some of the benefits of this charity go to one of my favorite charities, Note in the Pocket.
Thank you.
We're joined by Sarah Caldwell, who is Development Director at Note in the Pocket. We at the Wakefield Rotary Club have volunteered there a bunch of times, and I myself have. I just love what you do. Tell us about, Sarah, if you would, Note in the Pocket.
Certainly. Well, thank you to the Wakefield Rotary for having Note in the Pocket back again this year. We are super excited to be a part of the Super Duper Duck Splash. Note in the Pocket is an organization that is about clothing children and families in dignity and love. Right here in Wake County, we clothe over 4,500 children and families each year to really bring in that confidence, help them excel in the classroom and educational setting.
That's awesome. I'm just impressed by the whole setup there, where you go through, when you get contributions, we go through all the pants and shirts and put them in sizes, and certain things can't be accepted because they have, I don't know, different logos on them. Talk about how you decide what is appropriate for distribution.
Certainly. Well, Note in the Pocket is an organization that was started by the community for the community, and we truly rely on community support every year for clothing that is donated to our organization, the volunteers that come in. We have over 2,000 volunteers and groups each year that come in and spend their days with us. And a lot of that work is sorting and processing the clothes that we do get donated. So, as I mentioned, we are about clothing children and families in dignity and love. And we give out what we call a mini wardrobe. So essentially 2 weeks worth of clothing that someone can mix and match. And we want to make sure that those clothes are school appropriate, no stains, no rips, no specific team logos. But the amazing thing, the clothes that are not school appropriate, we still are able to reuse or recycle. So we want to make sure that no piece of clothing ends up in a landfill. So we work with a textile manufacturer to recycle the clothes that might be ripped or stained or torn. They turn those into mattresses or any other kind of material. It's really quite fascinating in that piece.
It's amazing because when last time I was there, I was putting stuff in piles that I thought was appropriate, and somebody came over and said, no, it's got a rip in it. It's not. You are pretty strict about.
We are pretty strict. We have very high standards. It goes back to, we want people to be confident in the classroom and not feel like they're, walking around with someone's hand-me-downs. It really is, I want to walk into class, and this fall, whether you're walking into a classroom or if you're working at your computer, you still want to feel that confidence.
Okay. Remind our audience how they can contribute clothing and how they can take, a parent with kids, how they can take advantage of what you provide.
Certainly. So we actually recently, in response to COVID-19, opened a temporary second location. We anticipated that both the need for clothing would be higher, as well as the amount of clothing donations that we would receive would increase. So we are fortunate to partner with Crossroads Fellowship just up the road from our donation center in Raleigh. And we have seen an outpouring of support from the community. So for anyone that has been using this time to clean out their closet, you can visit our website, noteinthepocket.org, and sign up for a time to donate your clothing. For anyone that is in need of clothing, also visit our website and check out our referral partners that we can work with you to get this clothing that you need.
Great. Sarah Caldwell, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And I want to thank Note in the Pocket as well, because they have really stepped up in generating a lot of interest. Because you sold a lot of ducks, you have a lot of ducks adopted. I think you're right up there among our team leaders.
We got a lot of friends. We're very thankful for our community and our supporters. And when we say we need help and we need to get some ducks adopted, believe me, they get out and they adopt some ducks.
They did awesome.
Mark Kelly, they did awesome. You're right. Note in the Pocket has really stepped up. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Now, hang on just a second, because our next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a walk up to the start line, and we're going to talk to Jerry Kephart. Jerry Kephart is our former president right before Mark Kelly took over, and Jerry kind of designed this course. So it's going to be awesome. 5,000 ducks coming down a big water slide. We're going to talk to Jerry, and we're going to see how it was all put together. We are we're about 10 minutes away from the corporate race, which is about 30 ducks decorated by our corporate sponsors. That'll be a race, and 40 minutes away from the Super Duper Duck Splash. Do you still want to get involved? You certainly can. ncducksplash.com. That's how you get in. And again, first prize is $1,500, second prize $1,000, third prize $500. Adopt your ducks at ncducksplash.com. And some of the money will go to Note in the Pocket for Sarah.
You.
Yes, Mark.
33-37. I get the numbers.
33. Mark Kelly at the controls tells me that it's 33-37. Not good enough.
I'm going to be walking the talk.
Certainly need 4,000. So get on to ncducksplash.com, adopt your ducks, have a chance to win one of these great prizes, and then come right back to the live stream because we're going to show you the race live. All right, Mark, if you'll play that show open, we will make our way to the start line and talk to Jerry. Welcome to the 2020 Super Duper Duck Splash. We're coming to you live from the WRAL Soccer Park in Raleigh, where they're playing soccer again. But today, it's all about ducks. In moments, about 5,000 ducks will hit the watercourse, and if you have a duck in the race, you could win that first prize of $1,500. Second prize, that's worth $1,000. And third prize, that's worth $500. And you still have a chance to join the fun. Log on now to adopt your ducks at ncducksplash.com. Who knows? Your duck may just splash its way to victory. And it's all for a good cause as the Wakefield Rotary Club raises money to support youth charities right here in our community. The Boys and Girls Club of Wake Forest, Note in the Pocket, the Kerr Family YMCA, and NC Football Club Youth Scholarships. And we'd like to thank our generous sponsors for their contributions. So thanks for joining us for the 2020 Super Duper Duck Splash. And adopt your ducks now at ncducksplash.com.
All right, we're at the top of the court for the 2020 Super Duper Duck Splash. And this guy is Jerry Keppar. Jerry was our former president. He just stepped aside and handed the reins over to Mark Kelly with the Wakefield Rotary Club. I'm Brian Williams, your host and a proud member of the Wakefield Rotary Club. Jerry,
You're right.
great job putting this course together. Okay. Tell us about, if you would, how it starts.
All right, good.
Sure. Can we walk up here?
As you can see in the background, we've got a trailer full of 5,000 ducks we're going to race. We've got corporate ducks right on top that are about to race in about 10 minutes. So stay tuned for that. But it wasn't just me, for sure. We designed this last year and made some improvements to contain the ducks up top. Once the race starts, we're going to lift that tailgate to the trailer. 5,000 ducks are going to shoot out, and it's going to be on. So you got to adopt your ducks to win the prizes. We're going to just follow the ducks all the way down.
And water comes out. Literally,
that's 5,000 ducks are going to shoot out, and it's going to be on. So you got to adopt your ducks to
go in. Right. 5,000 ducks.
Yeah, to make these ducks move, we got water in the trailer. We've got 2 hoses we're going to start as soon as they're dumped to make them, go flow all the way down the course. We've got 300 feet of plastic, basically a homemade slip and slide for ducks. With tubes on the sides, the rails, and at the end,
Losing signal. Come on.
how long will this take? From the time they're dumped to, are we talking 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
well, there's some slow ducks and some fast ducks. The fast ones will probably take 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. It's going to go quick. Once they hit the course,
Come
and the
back.
water's hard on this course.
Watch this down.
It's going to be exciting last year, and again, we actually able numbers on 5,000 ducks. And again, it's not when the ducks cross the finish line. There's a random selection, so everybody that has bought a duck finds the number, and that number that comes up will determine who wins first prize, $100, second prize of $1,000, third prize of $500. But the key is, if I have 100 ducks in that random selection, I
got 100 times a better chance than if I only brought one duck. Absolutely, you got to buy more. One, with deals on 6. Again, uh, yeah, we've got people taking not only free prizes, prizes, but also we get some other and this is it.
Go closer to
This is the finish line.
That's the finish line. That's
And
marked
that
off
is right
now.
here. How now? I see Adam. You can get a shot of this. Adam Hamlin's our cameraman here. If you can get a shot of that final stretch right there, that's where the winning ducks will go on right on through, and
It's gonna, yeah, they're all gonna funnel down into that final stretch
yep.
to finish the ducks in this final.
Okay, there's Jerry.
Once they cross this is the finish line. And we're gonna pick the ducks in order, and that's where the winners are gonna come from.
That's going to be awesome. All right, Ann, where we going next? All right, we are literally 5 minutes, Jer. I know you got to hustle back up there because you are starting what race? Should we take a walk back up? Let's take a walk back up. And the great thing about the corporate duck race is that our 30 or so corporate sponsors that wrote checks to support the 2022 Duck Fest, they are in part of the fun of this thing there is that
I don't want to do it with it, like up there with the guys thing there. I was like, close to him, he's losing audio.
part of that. Decorate, hard stuff. It's just the fun.
Kind of tell him to talk to the
I can still hear you when you walk through me. Yeah, when I said
Something is done. Go right over here. Let's see the Graham Martin duck. Yeah. The wind Communico is duck right there. Who else got? Boys and girls club. That's to step it up for next year's activity. Sunbelt. Use their trailer. Most here today. Mitchell and Nemitz. This is Frank Alexander with Soul Dimensions back there. Oh, the Brian Williams TV with a microphone there. Carolina Pediatric Dentistry. Awesome. Wild Birds Unlimited. Great. Now, can we get a shot of that guy up there with the water? Who is that guy? Is that Mike Crowley? That's Mike Crowley. Now, if Mike Crowley doesn't let that water go, all right, we're like 90 seconds away from the start of the corporate race, which is scheduled for noon time. What else? Any last minute thoughts?
Now, just to,
Again, emphasizing now, buy your ducks now. Get out, buy your ducks. Okay. Now, I want to talk to, and I'll have to do this for you, Adam. Is our boss Mark Kelly ready to start the corporate race? Is he ready to cut cameras? Let us know.
Whenever you're ready, you gotta give me the signal.
All right. Making our way down. You talk about a lot.
we're losing signal.
Oh, we are. Okay, gotcha. All right. We're making our way down where our signal's a little bit better. All right. Again, folks, we're just about a minute away from the start of the corporate race, which is scheduled for noon time. This, again, is a race involving about 30 of our corporate sponsors who stepped up to contribute to the 2020 Super Duck Fest. And as last count, Chair, we had about 3,800 adopted and another 12 grand or so for sponsors.
It's incredible. Time is what we're going. It's actually incredible what we still have. Corporate sponsors, people adopted us, so we appreciate everybody's contributions and involvement in this stuff. And that's what Rotary is all about. It's people getting together. It's trying to serve all community.
Thank that person that just got the order.
All right, we're ready.
Someone just put a comment.
About 1 minute away from the start of the race. Kerr has to get to the top and start the corporate race.
Adopted another 6.
Okay, I'm ready, but let's get the camera on to watch the ducks, and I'll have two feeds.
Jared, why don't you take the other start line? And we'll have a count.
About 30 seconds, everybody. About 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
They're coming down. They already released them. They're coming down. Just
Here we go. This race has started.
Get the camera on that. Get the camera on that.
That is so
Good job, Gracie. Good job.
It's going to be a American Legion. Here comes Doc's Garage out of nowhere. And the leader is Reliant Rubber Company. It's Reliant Rubber Company and Soul Dimensions. Now Soul Dimensions take your lead. We need some proof. Here we go, Soul Dimensions. It looks like Soul Dimensions. Here comes American Legion. Soul Dimensions and American Legion. American Legion. Oh, he gets it in contact. Soul Dimensions is third. American Legion second. Doc's Garage third. That's the American fourth.
That looks awesome.
That was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Where's Adam?
right here.
Good job, Morgan.
Why am I coming in last again?
They wanted to race again. The heavier they are, American Legion. That's hard too. I put too much bling on it.
Well, second. Where are we? Come on out. All right, all right. We know when you're here, Adam? All right. Yeah.
So Mike is still on.
All those things. Back and forth. Soul Dimension and the weight of American Legion. American Legion leads that last impact. They had it and Ellie Penner so if you've been, I noticed I was the and told them that they allowed you first place was Soul Dimension, Ellie Penner. Second place American Legion. But I believe our big buddy White I believe we're gonna have to check the tape. I don't try not. I don't know. I'm gonna get. All right. Here we are. Ready? Okay. All right. We have a lot now. So let me do it. Thanks, Jared. All right. Okay. Welcome to our coverage of the 2020 Super Duper Duck Race. Rotary 2024. I'm Brian Williams, host, proud member of the and this is our live stream. There's a little hiccup, but hopefully you enjoy Super in about 25 minutes. Our new president, Kelly,
and he just happens to be the guy that put this live stream together. So welcome video of what that corporation looks like.
Someone's got to help me. I can't understand a word he's saying.
Again, same with us with the Wakefield Rotary Club website. Showing you stuff. It's really a big effort. Fellows. All right, next up.
Come back over. Okay. Never mind.
Now,
Get him to talk into the mic, though.
He's here. Okay. Is Shane Brown in here? Shane, right here. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Shane.
Did you hear that? I can't hear Jack.
This is it. That's right. COVID-19, our branch has not been fully open to members of the program. Going to need help. But parents have to look up the church and they have to enter virtual education. And so really what we're trying to do now is alive.
Sound is terrible. Come back to me and I'll switch cameras. Sound is terrible. Get that camera back. Get the camera back.
So all these things are doing, we put we also have in place people live and
You have audio on camera. I can hear everything you say.
I don't care. It's all right.
That's it.
Live on, Paul. And then what I'll do, Paul, is at some point we'll ask you to get up and step over here, and maybe you can follow the video, Adam.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Sound is back.
All right.
All right.
You're still live.
All right, we are live. We love being live. And it's a little warm out here.
It is a little warm, Brian.
Joined by a good friend of mine and the guy I've worked with for like the last, I don't know, many years, Paul Frateschi, who's the owner of Drawbridge Media. And I when I first moved down here from New York to Raleigh, I hooked up with Drawbridge Media, and we have done so many projects together over the past 15 years, and I just love working with these guys. Paul, you guys do a great job. Even most recently, we went up to the College of William and Mary and put together the ceremony for the induction, as we do every year, every other year, for the Women's Tennis Hall of Fame, Collegiate Tennis Hall of Fame. And what Paul and his group had to do, and they used a drone, by the way, they had to shoot a tennis tournament that morning and then edit together and put together a presentation that was played for the inductees that night, including the special guest, Billie Jean King, who loved your work, and some other just great people at the College of William and Mary. Anyway, that was our last project. Now, you're here to cover the Super Duper Duck Splash with your drone.
Yeah.
First of all, tell us a little bit about Drawbridge.
Yeah, so we've been around for about 11 or 12 years. We are a video production company. We do all kinds of video work, but we kind of specialize in the medical and tech industries. So we go all over the world to shoot videos, and yeah, so we're located in the Triangle area. We film a lot of stuff here in North Carolina, but we film all over the place.
Great, awesome stuff. And again, I have worked with you guys for so many years and have been loving everything you've done. So thank you. When I picked up the phone and I said, you know, we want to cover the Super Duper Duck Splash with a drone, and Paul said, I'll do it. And literally, what we want, what he's going to do, he covered the corporate race. How did that go, by the way?
It was great.
Yeah.
We got some really good footage of it. You know, it was fun to see the big duck come down at the end as well. So we got some great aerial footage of it.
Okay, can you give us a little demonstration? Maybe if Adam, if you can shoot, we're going to come off to the side here, and we'll keep these mics on for the audio. If you can give us a little demonstration right over here.
What I can do.
Because I love to see how this works.
I don't have too far to go with this, but
talk us through it.
Yeah. So, this is a pretty small drone that you know is easy to travel with, and folds up pretty small, so you can bring in carry-on luggage, that sort of thing. But it still shoots 4K video, and it's great. It's got GPS in it, so it'll figure out how far away it needs to be to not run into stuff, and it'll also hold its position kind of like it is now. I'm not touching the controls, but it's just hovering right in the same spot.
Okay. Now, how high can you go up with this drone and still give us good pictures?
So the legal limit that you're allowed to fly a drone is 300 feet.
Yeah.
So we can take it all the way up to 300 feet. But this can fly, I believe it's about 1.5 miles away. So I can be 300 feet up, but I can fly for 1.5 miles and it'll still send signal back to here, which is crazy.
Great, that's great. By the way, we did get all the clearance we needed to legally fly this drone, and the folks at the soccer park here gave us the okay to fly the drone, and Paul is going to be very safe with our coverage, so no one is affected or hurt by the drone, because that can be an issue.
Oh yeah, it's a huge issue, and at Drawbridge we're fully licensed with the FAA to fly drones, and so yeah, we've got insurance for drones and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot that goes into it. It's more than just getting a drone and doing it, but it's a lot of fun. Adds a really great extra piece to whatever you're working on.
It does. I love the footage, and it's smooth and really. Now, is there a time when you will be able to go live with the drone, sending a signal back? Or?
Yeah, no, there's definitely certain drones can do live. This can stream live to like 1 or 2 things that I've just kind of discovered. It'll stream like to like Facebook Live, but it'll only do that. So you can't like send it to something else and mix it into a system. But they have lots of systems that you can do that, where you can hook up a live video link and then stream it live.
I'll be calling you because we got some other things we're working on with that. All right, finally, you know, we got 5,000 ducks.
Yeah.
What's your game plan for shooting this race?
So the plan to start out with is going to be to kind of start behind them, so you see that first push and you see the direction they're headed. So I'm going to fly sort of above and behind and kind of track them as they go down, see who gets there towards the end. Once we hit the finish line, I'll probably turn around and then watch the rest of the ducks make their way to the finish line.
Awesome, awesome. And unfortunately, we won't see his pictures live from the drone, but he's going to supply those pictures to us. We're going to put together a video and show over the next week the race with our drone footage. It's going to be a lot of fun to put this thing together.
Yeah.
Finally, thank you, Paul. Really appreciate it. How, if somebody wants to hire your drone or get in touch with Drawbridge, how do they do so?
Yeah, so check out our website, drawbridge.tv.com. Or, I'm sorry, not .com, just drawbridge.tv.
Yep.
We also have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, but the website's the best place, drawbridge.tv.
Great. All right. Paul Ferteschi, our owner from Drawbridge Media. Thank you for joining us, Paul.
Thank you.
All right. Now fly that drone.
All
Get
right.
us some good pictures. All right, Mark, what's next? Do we have the show open ready? Because we literally have 12. What was next in our format? Welcome to the 2020 Super Duper Duck Splash. We're coming to you live from the WRAL Soccer Park in Raleigh, where they're playing soccer again. But today, it's all about ducks. In moments, about 5,000 ducks will hit the water course, and if you have a duck in the race, you could win that first prize of $1,500. Second prize, that's worth $1,000. And third prize, that's worth $500. And you still have a chance to join the fun. Log on now to adopt your ducks at ncducksplash.com. Who knows? Your duck may just splash its way to victory. And it's all for a good cause, as the Wakefield Rotary Club raises money to support youth charities right here in our community. Note in the pocket, the Boys and Girls Club of Wake Forest, Kerr Family YMCA, and the NC Football Club Youth Scholarships. Great charity partners, and we just love working with these guys. And again, I want to thank our corporate sponsors as well. You just saw the corporate race. That was won by a little bit of an upset.
That was won by
and second place was American Legion. And we're going to have to check the tape on that to confirm the winner. But I think that they were. I think the First Heritage may have been in the top four. Top four. Okay.
Top four. Okay.
That's a good duck.
That's a good duck.
Anyway, the Super Duper Duck Splash takes place in 10 minutes. We're going to make our way to the start line, and we're going to talk to Jerry Kephard and get a little tour of the course, and then we're going to roll this race right at 12:30. Yes, Mark.
Yes. So I'm going to talk.
Yeah.
So play a video for a second and keep flying.
Okay. Play the video. Here comes the. Is this the Super Duper Duck Splash from last year?
We'll
All right. Here it is. Watch your monitor. Welcome to the 2020 Super Duper Duck Splash. We're coming to you live from the WRAL Soccer Park in Raleigh, where they're playing soccer again. But today, it's all about ducks. In moments, about 5,000 ducks will hit the water course, and if you have a duck in the race, you could win that first prize of $1,500. Second prize, that's worth $1,000. And third prize, that's worth $500. And you still have a chance to join the fun. Log on now to adopt your ducks at ncducksplash.com. Who knows? Your duck may just splash its way to victory. And it's all for a good cause, as the Wakefield Rotary Club raises money to support youth charities right here in our community. The Boys and Girls Club of Wake Forest, Note in the Pocket, the Kerr Family YMCA, and NC Football Club Youth Scholarships. And we'd like to thank our generous sponsors for their contributions. So thanks for joining us for the 2020 Super Duper Duck Splash. And adopt your ducks now at ncducksplash.com.
So we have a picture, but we don't think we have audio.
Well, we're a little too. We start to lose signal right in between these two trees, so probably start a little
Okay, you
back.
tell me.
Probably closer to this tree. Repeat that, please.
Can we do an interview with you? Mask on. I did it for the. I did it for the set interviews. I know you're big on the masks. I know. How much to us?
How much time left? Time mark on that video. Can you call that in, please? Or they're not hearing me.
How much time are we at?
How much time we have left?
All right, we're told to go. Here we go. All right, our cameraman is Adam Hamlin over there, done a great job. And my production assistant, Ann Holsing with Coastal Credit Union, the CEO, the Community Engagement Officer of Coastal Credit Union. All right. Jerry is president of the Wakefield. We now just
And I busted my thumb up. Bro, I just fell in a hole. There's like holes in the ground. Yeah, I fell in a hole. I'm not Great, you guys. Thank you. You might have the corona with that thumb. I wonder.
send down 5,000 ducks and have a lot of fun doing it.
I was just gonna grab 15 and you choose one. We need like 40, and I have 6 minutes, so I'm gonna go more. Hurry up.
Just give us a shot of what it looks like with the course.
I'm hanging off this money. That's hilarious that we have that. That's like the finish line picture. Practice. So if I grab it, I'm just gonna go. Just like that. I'll get another one, pick it up, and I'll pump it. So I can remember it always. That's what I was trying to figure out. Do we need to like grab it up?
All right, as Adam shoots this, we are literally 5 minutes from the start of the Super Duper Splash. And Jerry will come over and Jerry. All right. So, anyway, there's
I can put a big duck and pull him down.
the way it works is
Locka.
the first of about 20 ducks will go through that small.
Well, here's my duck. You gotta come back to the club.
The finish line area, the first 20 that cross, and they will be randomly assigned to pick what ducks. So you still have a chance up until about
the club, and the kid asked like what's the duck for? And I'm like, it's just one of our friends.
You get a chance to win that first.
Hang that with us. We only use it in the spring.
Second prize of $1,000, third prize of $500. And again, the money raised goes to our charity partners, and they are the Boys and Girls Club, Kerr YMCA, Note in the Pocket, and the NCFC with scholarships. So join us. NCFC, Dr. Ducks, catches, prizes, and if you don't win, sleep well tonight. Contributors. Great. All right, Adam, give me a shot at the start.
Yeah.
If they do come down all the way, then I'll take it.
Sounds good. We'll make it work, though. I'm gonna catch it and toss it first, but put it in the ball. And then I'll just toss extras out.
Our sponsor just supported the race, and they stepped up and checks to cheer. Can I get that list of some of our sponsors? Just while we have a minute, just want to mention them.
Do they ever come down the chute, Laura?
In the race tent. Okay, give me just a second here.
Okay. Actually, Susan, will you
just a few of the sponsors that contributed to this, First Heritage Mortgage, Doc's Garage, and Wake Forest, the American Legion race. NCEA Engineers, Dreyer Martin, Certified Public Accountants, Kaleidoscope Realty Group, Monroe, Wallace, Morden, PA, University Financial Services, Brian Williams Television, Coastal Credit Union, Communicopia Marketing Services, Farm Bureau Insurance, Fidelity Bank, Franklin Street Towns, OHUB, Mitchell and Nemitz Certified Public Accountants, J. Kephart Real Estate, Soul Dimensions, winner of the corporate race, Trimax Car Care Center, thank you, Karen, Wild Birds Unlimited, and Reliant Rubber Company, LLC. 3 minutes to the start of the race. 3 minutes. All right, last chance, everybody. Again, you have a chance to buy a duck, adopt a duck, or ducks to win. First prize is $1,500. What can you do with $1,500? Second prize, $1,000. Third prize is $500. And again, the money raised here today goes to our youth charities. 2 minutes, I'm told. 2 minutes to the start of the race. Our youth charities, and they include the Kerr Family YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club of Forest, Note in the Pocket, and the NCFC Football Club Scholarship. We're about a minute and a half away from the 2020 Super Duper Duck Splash. Last chance to buy ducks. NCDucksplash.com. We'll give you another 30 seconds or so. Go on right now. It only takes a minute to adopt your ducks.
I don't have to wait till they get right. I'm not going up there.
You need to make sure if they need help getting into the funnel, they might get caught. Make sure that they come in super wide.
1 minute.
So what happens when they keep going on the road?
Oh, that's fine. We're just gonna make sure we collect the first several.
Go
So
out of
if you
it.
have to, Ashley, when you think it's like 40 ducks or so, like stop it. You know what I mean? And let them like back up so that we can have time to get them in the thing. No.
So wait, what number is my duck?
Really, Susan?
What number is my duck?
That's called a hand. Just throw my duck in there.
Yeah, just say my duck is number one.
Well, there's
All right,
yeah,
30
she is right though. You can grab one of these big ducks and
Well, I was
just
just
walk
saying
it.
that, yeah. All right, girls.
Here we go.
You ready?
15 seconds. The Super Duper Duck Splash 2020. It doesn't get any bigger than this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Let it go.
Oh God. Look at him come. Look at him come. Did you guys ever do a test run with these?
I need some water.
They always get stuck.
Oh, there we go.
You guys
There
not
we
put water in it? You did?
You know what? You do it next time.
No.
They're having trouble getting them out.
There we go. There we go.
Some are coming.
Loving it.
I feel like they're gonna hit this and just like fly over.
Just make sure you get the first three.
Okay, I can do that. I can get the first three. Don't.
Hand them to Gabby here.
All right, Gabby, they're coming, girl. You better be ready.
Really, there's not 12, but if 3 of them can, we'll just hope that they're all adopted.
Well, there's one little leader.
Yeah, they're trying.
We might be able to figure out the first three, guys. It might be interesting.
We can do the first one. We might be able to figure out the first one.
All right, you better be ready, girl. I'm just gonna hand them to you. Okay?
And I'm ready.
Uh-oh, here's the pass.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
No, not there anymore. Actually,
Aww. All right, girl. You better get ready. Here they come.
oh my God! What's a million of them?
All right, come on. Here's the other side.
Hold on, don't. Keep going. Fill them. There's the ducks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now get out. Get. Goodness. What am I shooting now? Get me over here. Ready. Camera back.
4, 5. Go to big duck. I got one. Alright. Feet are soaked. I think we did pretty good. I think one of those ducks is live.
Just have to sit down for a second. Okay, just sit down for a second. Probably took your spot.
Jer, when you're ready, or Mark, when you're ready, I'm going to interview Brian. Batchelder. Batchelder.
Yep.
Batchelder.
Again,
Are we done with this camera?
not important.
Probably not.
Okay.
You can let me know.
Give me a minute. Oh, that was sick. Just finished the whole thing. Thank you.
How's this shot look, Mark?
Okay, good. This way, face this way. We're good. Okay, guys. I get laughed at.
All right, we are back. And Mark Kelly, if you're hearing me, how do we sound? That race was awesome.
I hear you, sort of. Keep it going, Brian.
All right.
It is what it is.
All right. That was, everybody, the 2020 Super Duper Duck Splash. Now, Brian, we'll get to you in a second. Sure. But so many people bought ducks at the last minute, adopted ducks at the last minute. You want to know if you won, right? Well, before we go off the air in about 10 minutes, we're going to have results. First, second, and third prize at least. We're tabulating right now. Again, if you adopted a duck, you were assigned a random number. And if you adopted 100 ducks, you were assigned 100 numbers. So you had a great chance of winning the 2020 Super Duper Duck Splash. $1,500 first prize, $1,000 second prize, the third prize of $500. And we're going to know in just a minute whether you're a big winner. I'm joined now by Brian Betchelder, who is, great. You are the tournament director and do a bunch of programs for the NCFC Football Youth Club.
That's correct. NCFC
Okay.
Youth, yep.
First of all, this is a beautiful facility.
Well, thank you. They work really hard on it, and obviously this is probably the one time a year we are super excited to see this much water at the park. So really exciting day. Obviously glad to be a part of this for sure.
Great, and thank you. You provided the great weather and a great facility for 5,000 ducks. And I want to thank you because you had a broom in your hand.
We sure did. Yeah.
And you had a broom, so you were a big part of getting that first duck down there to the finish line.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that all the ducks had a good chance. So if anybody got caught up at the top, we're getting a little push down.
Okay, awesome. Tell us about your youth programs here.
Sure. So for us, I mean, the big benefit for us within this program is helping us with our financial assistance program. With basically every year we're pushing out somewhere around $350,000 to $400,000 worth of support to allow kids to continue to play soccer. So when you're looking at COVID right now and all of the things that are going on, for sure, a number of families have been, their lives have been turned upside down.
Yeah.
So we're looking at that program and saying, how can we inject, how can we help our families as much as possible? So for sure, for us, it's providing a soccer platform for every kid, whether they're 4 and in the Kickstarter program, or whether they're 18 and saying, hey, I'm gonna try to play soccer in college or professionally. We feel like we've got a great avenue for them.
I live about a mile from here, ride my bike through here every day, and just seeing every day, especially during the summer months, the place packed with soccer. And it was kind of sad, a month and a half ago when the fields were empty.
Sure.
The past couple months. So it's nice to see that some of the youth are back out here and some of the older kids are back out here playing soccer again.
Absolutely, and we ran a June training program. Once Governor Cooper got us into phase 2, it gives us some opportunities to continue doing some training out here at the park. Between this and our other facilities, we had 5,000 kids actually inside of some type of soccer programming throughout the month of June. So we're gearing up for August, and obviously, we're going to continue to see how everything plays out. But from our end, it's a full go into the fall, and we're going to do as much as we can to continue providing those opportunities for kids.
That's great news. Now, last year when the Super Duper Duck Splash happened, you had a big youth tournament that day. Obviously, we weren't able to do that this year. Hopefully, next year we're back here and you got another youth tournament or something happening that day.
Absolutely. You guys let us know what the date is, and we will be running a 3v3 tournament on that day. It's going to we're hoping it'll be hot, but we've got lots of water here. Be a great event next year.
As a scheduler of those tournaments and setting those up, how far away do people come to play in your events here at the WRAL Soccer Park?
Nationwide and to some degree internationally. We have plenty of teams from California, from Washington, from Canada. We had a team from Guatemala last year, which was pretty cool. We're looking at probably a few teams from South Africa coming this year. So really, at the end of it, it's a great opportunity to bring in people all from everywhere across the globe. Really, they get to come in and see how great of an area Wake County is.
Finally, you're one of our charity buddies here, our duck buddies. How important are the funds that are raised, not only an event like this, but other events that support you? How important is that to your cause?
Well, I mean, this year especially, it's the difference between a family saying, hey, our kid's going to continue playing soccer and potentially not. We look at soccer as an avenue for us to help kids develop, whether it's physically and from a social side, emotionally. We play a part inside of every child's development pathway, and for us, it's the mission for us has never changed, providing that soccer experience and being a part of a kid's story. And now really it's just made how we get about accomplishing that mission a little bit more challenging. But at the end of it for us, it's this helps, our financial aid program for sure. It helps us continue things like we partner with the Durham Police Athletic League. We've partnered with a number of Title I schools in Wake County to provide soccer programming for those groups. So 6 schools, whether it's Creech Road Elementary or Paved Charter School. There's a number of different programs that we're currently working on, trying to establish to make sure that we're continuing to provide those opportunities for everybody. And this is a big part of it.
Brian, keep up the great work.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Awesome stuff. All right, I've got to check before you leave. Do we have final results yet? Do we have our final results?
No, we're still working on it.
All right, we're still working on final results. We're just moments away from that. Again, the Super Duper Duck Splash, if you had a duck, and I'm sure you have a duck.
I've got a few.
Okay, you have a chance to win $1,500. First prize, second prize $1,000, third prize is $500. The whole day was put on by the Wakefield Rotary Club, and I want to thank all of the members of the Wakefield Rotary Club for their hard work. Jerry led his team at the top of the hill with the start of the race, and Mark Kelly's been at the controls. Mark, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yes, I did. I actually want to thank everybody for participating today. I actually really want to thank Brian, who's worked very hard with me, just trying to make this work. COVID has really given us a little bit of spin, but we had some audio issues today, so we apologize for that.
Okay.
But we're getting better next year. But I really want to thank Brian for all the great job he's done today. I want to actually thank everybody in the club. This takes a lot. It takes a team to put this together, and really we believe it's a great causes. NCFC, the scholarship, fantastic. We actually thank them for the facilities today. Note in the Pocket is done fantastic. They've killed it. So thank you, Note in the Pocket. Also Boys and Girls Club and Kerr YMCA. So I want to thank everybody. You all did a great job, and we'll see you next year. But Brian's going to come a couple minutes. We're going to get some winners, and we're going to hand out some money.
Okay. I'm told we over 3,300 total ducks adopted, which is outstanding. Mark, what was that?
Our goal today is obviously to raise money to help people because they really need it more now than ever.
Absolutely.
So the ducks have been adopted. The race has happened. There is actually a Beyond a Duck donation if you feel like making a further donation to our charities.
Okay.
That's right on the NC Duck Splash site.
Yeah.
But really excited. Would love to have people in person, but this is the next best thing.
Right. Super Duper Duck Splash 2021 is going to be awesome.
Absolutely.
Can't wait. We can't wait. It's going to be so much
Okay,
fun.
so we're going to...
All right.
How long till our...
We're getting close?
Getting closer, guys, so hang in there, okay? Keep on making comments.
Keep on making comments, yes. And again, the money raised today went to our charity partners. You know them by now because we just talked to Brian with NCFC Youth Scholarships. We talked to the folks at Note in the Pocket, and we talked to the folks at the Boys and Girls Club of Wake Forest, and of course we had Shane here with the Kerr Family YMCA. Thank you, Sarah Caldwell. We're Ashley Hohenberger. I don't know if she's still here, but we talked to all our duck buddies, and we thank them for all their great support.
And Brian, I actually have the sponsor screen up again.
Okay.
For all the sponsors. So,
okay. I have my list. Let me go down those.
Well, while we're waiting for the results.
The corporate sponsors. Give me just a second. And
okay, we got about 2 minutes away.
Ann, do we have that list of corporate sponsors? Ann?
Okay, well, I can tell you, we got First Heritage, we got Doc's Garage, American Legion, Carolina Pediatric Dentistry, CA Engineers. That's Mike Crowley, one of our Rotarians. Dreyer Martin, Kaleidoscope Realty Group, Monroe Wallace, another Rotarian. University Financial Strategies, that's my company. Brian Williams, Television. So, Brian, you got the rest of the list?
I do, as a matter of fact. Right in front of me, Coastal Credit Union. Thank you, Ann. Communicopia Marketing Services. Thank you. Thank you to Communicopia and Angela, of course. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Fidelity Bank, Franklin Street Towns, OHUB, Mitchell and Nemeth Certified Public Accountants, Jerry Kephart Real Estate, Soul Dimensions, Ellie Penner, the winner of the Super Duper Duck Splash Corporate Race, Trimax Car Care Center, Wild Birds Unlimited, and the Reliant Rubber Company, LLC. Great group of corporate sponsors. All right. And
Okay.
we are...
The last stuff, if you and you want to be there it is. It's the code. And it's for 5.9. It doesn't matter.
Just looked it up and the winner is Krishna.
Right. I Harris gift certificate. All right. And there the Melissa St. John. No, it will be second place. Anthony, second place. Anthony, and then Tanya Raywood, 14. Spell for me. Tanya R-E-U-I. How's that? And he said, Tanya, you. The yeah, well, listen, shovels or no?
At least we did.
15 minutes.
They have shovels in the, they have shovels in there?
These 1,000. You are. Oh gosh. It's two. Right back.